Mount Wellington, 1,200 metres above Hobart, and familiar though it may be to Tasmanians, it's as haunting and mysterious as Loch Ness.
Oh, I just find this a very, very special place. There's something about it, it's magical.
But more than magical, this place is as significant as Stonehenge, at least to this man.
Once you realize that there's stones here which have been placed by man, and the more you search, the more you find it's got to be one of the greatest concentrations of megalithic structures or monuments, as I call them, any place I've ever heard about in the world, in a 2.5 square mile spot. And they're obviously man-made, man-placed.
John Bradner is not your usual bushwalker. His journeys are more than sightseeing trips. They're travels back in time. In the past 12 years, he's walked the wild places of America, Europe and Asia, all in search of megaliths, monuments left behind by ancient man. Bradner is a member of all those obscure but no doubt worthy societies you and I only read about. The Early Site Society, the New England Antiquities Research Society, the New York State Archaeological Association, and the Epigraphic Society, to name a few. Loosely speaking, he's an anthropologist. And here, in this wasteland of boulders and bracken, he's found a gold mine, where others less skilled would only see a heap of rocks.
Oh, this is really remarkable. Just look at the size of this pedestal and this gigantic stone on the top here. It's shaped, it has a nose on it, a mouth, a depression for the eye, and I'll climb up on the top and take a compass bearing on this because it looks like it's pointing in a very significant direction to me right now. It's pointed right up towards Maria Island, which is off the coast, and according to my compass reading, it's just about 60 degrees magnetic, which if you subtract 14 degrees from that, that'll give us our true bearing here, which is about 56 degrees, which makes it right on for the winter solstice sunrise on June 22nd. This is truly amazing. Now, this stone is propped up level by one propping stone underneath here, right on top of this sculptured base that's surrounded by this beautiful pool. This is an amazing megalithic site, in my opinion. No way that could have gotten there, propped up level like that and in this sculptured position, except by the doing of ancient man.
John Bradner is tireless in his quest. He spent more than 500 hours on this mountain mapping megaliths. His work, he says, has just begun. But already it seems there's a pattern to this megalithic maze. Some of the formations are hauntingly like those to be found thousands of kilometres away in the middle of the Pacific on Easter Island. The question is, how did they get here, on top of Mount Wellington?
These people, and I think the same ones who came here, were some kind of a worldwide maritime megalithic survivors of a great disaster, something like Atlantis or the biblical flood, maybe about 8,500 BC. That's a date which is getting to be more and more recognized by people who look into it.
How many?
How many people? Oh, well, just to do this, and we haven't scratched the surface here. You know, it took a lot of people a long time to put up just what we've discovered so far here. They might have had some secret of levitation, which we know nothing about, and of course that's one of the ancient legends, is that the ancient people, before the flood, had some kind of a secret of levitation. And they were able to move huge blocks by sound vibration and by musical tones and so forth.
Whether you believe John Bradner or not, beyond question is that his theory about megaliths on Mount Wellington makes a wonderful story.
Fantastic.